But in any way, um, um, not saying just the people think that I'm white, that's problem is white is no good. No, you are mad. I'm not anti-white. You are mad, and I'm an anti-injustice. And there is black activists who are corrupted, and principally they fight in first line to defend this corrupted system.
But when you mean the corrupted,
Corrupted mean that yes, there is right cause to fight for, but you are not there for the cause. You are there because you want to that you are someone have organized something, and you're the only black that you have to give political credibility to that fight.
okay,
Like iconography politics on the migration. And what if we refuse as an organization this mercification of our bodies? And we want a real politics on the migration where the African who have experience here are put it in the first line to find solutions with the Italians for their brothers who die in the sea. Because now Italy is economically and energetically independent, and today I'm listening that Italy is growing economically, faster growing in Italy in Europe, and Germany is decreasing. Why? Because Italy now is completely energetically independent from Russia, and his reference is coming from Africa, from Angola, from Congo, and from Algeria. My resources give you to fly up. I'm used as a product by your society on your vicious circle of integration, because we are not dog to be integrated in a human system. We are human beings. We know you traveled here. You're Argentinian. You don't need to do all that. Why do you have special on me? Your country is a far longer than Libya or this Africa.
we have a common story. let's
Common
say.
story. Our story is more closer. We built every. Don't make me crazy.
Why?
These things, where politics make you crazy, because these bring you reality. I'm a person who talk free and talk straight and sincere, and this is unacceptable, because if you see the distance, how possible that you have to refuse to have between Libya people with Italy, which is we have even the same like Colosseum there, that the story is shared, and people come from Argentina, from Aztecos people, culture and history, say that we have the same background. Yes, you went there like colonizers. I say to you, smile. You know the history, but you have no only thing to view to bring you closer to Europe than Libya or Chad, who is closer here. Is no needing to want to be included in that. It's the same which is on the immigration system. This is the reason why. You come from Argentina, you have any problem to fight the problem. Me here from 13 years, all the schemes you told me, I followed it and do it as excellently possible, gaining premiums for it. But it's not sufficient to have even a dignified job. This is the feeling, and it's a real, not just feeling. This is a question about feeling. It's a real, tangible reality of a real sincere Pan-African in Italy. If you're not fake, you don't leave. This is not me, just because me. And before me, in this city, they passed people who have resisted, and they are not glorified and celebrated after their death, from Falcone Borsellino, and the other one who was Peppino Pasquale. You know him. We organized it on the boat. I participated that one we made in Chinese, and after that we were 23. We participated. We mobilized the youth, the Chileans, to not stay for the formal thing political that put it there. Just they come and talk politics about it. And police, there is a grave case happening in Italy, and even Repubblica talk about that. Aggression of the police and the students and the young here. We are co-organizations of that movement, that event. We fight for this. We do justice. We fight. We look for justice for all. But they want to pitch us and paint us. And me, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about my reality, my tangible reality. Is that is very beautiful city, and there is a very deep side that we have to understand. We have to understand. If not, we cannot talk about migration, because one day it would come. It's not would be good, because I'm seeing you asked me before as Palermo. Palermo is very geostrategical city.
It's very what?
Geostrategical city in the Mediterranean Sea. And really multicultural. Multicultural in the sense of demography, but not the sense in the political one they want to say us. These immigration documents and things. In the city, there is integration between Bangladesh and other communities and Sicilians. Sicilians are background, all of is land of migration. This is why reason like there is this feeling of like, yes, you are from here. Where I came here, that experience like no on the north, where people like when you ask questions they stay far, and sometimes they think 2 times to answer to you. It depends on your color tone. Huh? Here is different. People don't have this one. Less prejudice, less discrimination. The discrimination that you will have, there is races, but the major of them, there is a mafia system. I don't know if you read my article, but there is one article I wrote. Personally felt one day how we can call the death, the breath of the dead on mining. That's that mean. For example, I come here, I know this place. I know who people come here. Okay? But every day, where I come, there's people totally new. And there are a lot. You are not given any problem. But they seems by any means necessary to have a problem with you. What's that mean? What's that mean? A night. Me is a local. Bucheria, I don't know if you know. Yeah. And very participated with these people go to drink, and they are all the criminal friends there. And that was not just was small. And there's people who I know so supposed to be there that they wasn't there. When I talk about you are talking about a tragedy, and that he thinks that phantasma you are thinking about. No, I've seen. I have even my selfie. And those people have that selfie disappeared, because I don't tell you all the long story. Palermo is very multiform city.
Don't you think there is any kind of similarity between certain colonization strategies, like the racialization that happened in many parts of the world, and the one that happened in the south of Italy, like inside Italy?
What do you literally want to answer?
Like literally, if you see any similarity between, for example, the discrimination that happened inside Italy between the north and the south,
yes,
and a connection.
There is. For example, I worked for an organization. We was promoting projects for Save the Children, Wana Kachere, and WWF, This is giving me the opportunity to travel a little bit in Italy. I worked 1 month in Milano, And I had experience where I tested, where I was the promoter and there is the sellers around me because we work in the not supermarkets and the big like forum. I don't know, like a big merchandise selling, like multi-selling. How does it would be called? A place like forum, where it's a big.
It's like a mall. No, no, yes. It's not like a mall.
I don't know. Anyway, the question in reality was to find the name.
No, just to understand if you see this kind of like.
Yes, I was working there, so I was inside to promote these services, no, and particularly who was promoting Teleton. You know Teleton?
It's a campaign to raise money, or what?
No, we raise money for Teleton. Teleton is an organization who work on the rare illness that like DNA, that problems you have in DNA. They're really deep to have solution, and the only one that now is the first, like a new kind of medicine, is in Milano. San Raffaele is there was someone who was eating in the salad. There's a girls that was talking about Sicily and they want to do nothing. They're ugly people, they're lazy people, they're like discrimination about like you are you are a villain, you're from people are ignorant, stealer, like people have not less culture, discrimination like that. Yes, I see it and I didn't like it. I criticized them. And I don't know. I like this. I like this culture because in some way is there something mine here. You know, remorse. We are remorse. Yes.
Is that the reason why many migrants travel to other parts of Europe and then come back and stay here?
They obligated sometimes when they come back. They come back because their documents, they cannot allow them to work in other countries of Europe. There is this obligation. And yes, because if you have problem like to have documents, you have to come back. So they create like a circle, even for illegality, because when guys come back, they want to have to renew their documents, and not even easy to find a job. And when they have to work, they say they buy contracts, and this helps the criminality to go on. So if you see Ballara is full of morphology of of people on new levels of criminality. Believe me, don't see it like this is a place of inclusion.
And Albergueria Market, what do you think?
That place all up together. I live here, I'm living in Ballara because they told me, don't leave Ballara when I be advised to come Palermo, because when Palermo they told me this, Palermo is mafia. Are you going there? Are you crazy? But I'm a person who likes the risk. I risk it, and I went when people asked me to don't go, and really, and I'm seeing that very beautiful people there. But as in there is the mafia presence, even the mafia is there, and even the organizations is there, and I think they work in a strict pattern. Because what I experienced that night is not just just one people want to bet. So they know very well what they want to do. Just I came before them. They didn't understood that I started politics. And a politician is not capable to prove you the danger. He's not a politician. I'm not a politician because I follow political parties. I'm a politician by my ideas. leader of migrants. And these will put me in very difficulties. Very, very difficult. And the same difficulties are there. And people who should up and go, they eat. Okay, they have no problems. Have no problems. All people that I resembled them die. Okay, like now the time that I took pause, I left the leadership of the organization and gave to another person. All those person who was that day came for the organization. In some way, in this my time of break, have been captured. Like works there. When you talk them now about changing things, they say, see, and they don't come out to that. And they that you got to see with people, you know why they are there, and whom they are influencing them. And even say like they come there like this, come take really believe me.
Yeah, I saw.
Really believe me. That's why I'm saying this is a hub of products. It's not of people or integration view. Is the point of view of the integration, political integration or NGOs integration? No, there is no any benefit of the European influence or politics or aid or NGOs in the integration that you see. Is by the Sicilians, by the Palermitans and by the Africans between themselves. They created it because historically they are multicultural. It's neutral what you see. They have no any role in these NGOs. To do problems, yes. Doing politics, documents all you, and they're saying that they don't do anything. Do they do anything to support the organizations like mine, formed by all Africans, 13 Africans countries are assembling? What you talk about unity or and what you want more? Who's more representing you than the people? More than 30 country. And you, person, not even representing a country, organization, representing what? But they have their papers. They have the papers. And a project, I believe even the European projects, when an African organization is not like, they will ask around before giving you contact. But ask around those who know you, those who can. One day when I talked first time, the Digos is like Italian FBI. When they met me here in Quattro Campi, in the mobilization, they asked me if I am Abgarin and everything. I said, yes, I am. Who are you? Where the Digos are. Okay, who told me? There is a person who told them. Because I asked them, I know that they have to tell me, because if they know my name, they have to know me, say me that who told you and my name. They told me the name of the person. That I know that people who there is give information about everything we do. I'm like a fish out from the side from the sea. I'm not in my society. There is a few people that I'm trying to unite and putting them together to do something useful for the society. And a vision independent than all the forms given. This is unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So in some way, like
but it's a very interesting point of view what you're giving me. So
this is not point of view. I'm giving you reality. This is an African man, an activist, a real founder of an organization that exists, that represents people, saying you, and a student colleague from another university of another country. I'm not like a migrant that told you. I'm telling you my experience as a student, university student, and a founder of an organization, an activist, an African first of all. That nobody can tell me that someone have an opinion or a vision. This is my reality and this is truth. You can, everybody in Italy is convinced about that. You can, nobody can, I can say that this is truth. This is truth. This by side of the Pan-Africans. for those people in general, for Black Lives Matter, and that there is no sex, there is no family, there is no, all is hybrid, and I am the citizen of the world, but in reality I'm not a citizen of anything. That dream is, yes, that is promoted worldwide, is funded. But those who want to say, who want to be sincere, work with the society sincerely to bring about concrete solution about the problems, you are not welcome, brother. Hey, like Ghanese, brother, stay in your home. Stay in your home. You see, you don't like go your home. They don't accept. They don't accept. And they, even about my lives, I do sometimes live criticism about the politics because I write, and now my first book, and they want. And after I went back in the organization, do you think that you now you are a problem? You come back in the organization. That you still thinking that what you saying in your life, and if you don't change your behaviors, if that is what the perspective that you give me about you, they are just want asking me and trying to obligate, because we are partners, obligate, like exercise and political influence. If you don't do this, I don't say anything, but no, remember that our collaboration is finished, that I'm not going to help you anymore. I'm not to go be in you are facilitator in the integration for the society. I'm not going to give you any possibility to go walk. They didn't say it, but some way trying to obligate me, but politically we are firm. And the final, I didn't deny what I'm saying. And I said, if you are for peace, to solve problems, I'm here to close the page of yesterday. But if you want to hear from me to go down on my knees, just because I'm not going to live and rich, I'm going to suffer. I didn't born with your money. I'm not going to die with that. And this is unacceptable. This is not acceptable because other people have died for these two things. And mafia is not different than this. Mafia is not absolutely different than this.
If resources or, let's say, political power distribution was...
Political power is don't play in really...
No, but let me finish
sorry.
If this was really distributed among communities like the Pan-African community, who actually could make decisions or receive funding in order to create specific projects and lead specific projects, which kind of projects or which kind of initiatives would you take from your organization? Which are kind of like the main topics that you will address?
Well, the main topics, we promote the talent of the both sides, because when we talk about multicultural, Africa is, every single reality is multicultural now. It is what is meaning multicultural. You're from an ethnicity, that person is from ethnicity, have his own language, I have my own, we move together as multi-something. We don't from the same thing. This is our natural, inherited, cultural, historical talent that we have. And we want to empower people, that Africans, all of them are talented in doing something. But when they come here, they have to go to school to say that they pass 5-10 years orders to say that, okay, I have this, say that, tell you that I am able to make this. Even if you know this when you came from your country.
I mean, you can study 20 years in your country, you come here, they don't recognize anything.
Exactly.
I mean, we suffer the same thing.
This is different.
No, I mean, they don't recognize my university degree, for example.
No, maybe your university, but there's even.
But I know it's more difficult in other countries, for sure. Yeah, I know.
There is not like you that they don't know it. They don't even it's okay. You have to start something new, or just you have do something else. Inferior. No development. Okay. Now they talk about that they discovered energy from wind. Samuel Chicken Booster from Zimbabwe 3 months ago. I've been poisoned in the United States because he want to brevetate his invention, his discovery, and creating a TV that work without charging, without light, is auto charging. A car that go with electricity but don't not to be charged. A system that catches the wind to make it energy. It's a crazy invention. They tried. They told him, your invention is don't respect like physical laws. It's inexplicable in the physical law.
You mean that was the response of Western science to this invention?
Yes, institutions. And they tried and poisoned him. No, if you are poisoned, we are very ill, while you are really good and I have no problems. And the response of that you had is not logical. Everything is possible. Now they're saying that there is possible of the discover of energy from wind. This world is like a joke. Someone is playing. And even the small in the partitocracy, they are playing. They play with the life of people. They play with the with the desires and ambitions of people. What we will do is to promote first of all the African people to put in evidence their capacities to do something, to contribute. For example, in creating labs, okay? Let's talk about music. Putting African guys who sound something, Italian guys who have their own experience different from Italy, in a laboratory that has objective to come from with something new. You don't know what will come out, and we had experience. We made it. Things that came out. It's wonderful. And now I have an national attention. Okay. And we did it good through these 2 years. And our events we promoted a lot. And now we are in the empowering point. We are empowering other people. We don't still have a place where the places is abundant in this city. And a small organization formed by 2 people, they have big palaces. But we apply everywhere. It's not acceptable. They don't play bad, they give excuses, but we don't have. So that's why we work on now, still working on it, is empowering and write projects like for social inclusion. Now we are waiting to have, we have an sportel, a desk, front desk that help guys with document problem solutions, like with the technology now, with the digital identity speed and everything. Help the guys to make things easier, and assuming like the legal vesture with the organization, helping the guys with the materials that we have. We're our phones, we're our computers, and sometimes we do it in the street. We sit here like places and we do the job, help the guys. The organizations don't help them. Sometimes they're 3 years, they have the same problem. They work illegally here, they don't work. Just in the resilience problem, like staying there, stagnant, nothing change. We're trying to change. But there is no listening, because I am saying you, the problem funding is that thing, how we think that we are able people to bring something. And we think and we know that we are coming from countries, they told others are poor, but they have been empowered. Not a poor, have became poor. They have been looted, have been exploited, and still be exploited. And everybody is dependent from there. We are in this paradigm, and we are historically know why we are there. The problem that we are awake. Our organization, the members are awake. And not all of them are resilient, but they are there for the organization. Okay, Karim, you are there, but we're not able to talk anymore. The time that you take break, something went, and we even went. Someone told me, I have to comprehend it. I have to comprehend it. And when I told you before, a coup d'etat. Make a way that the organization didn't have the same form how it was work. There is no any need of change because it's this the imperialist agenda, and Italy cannot subtract itself from the imperialism
And Eurocentrism.
Italy is par reference the country of Eurocentrism because it's the Catholicism, the Christian identity, and where is Italy?
That's true.
I remember you. That's not my experience. That is what I studied in history. And in the 17th century, the church in America, they legalized in the inferiority of black man in the verses of the Bible.
Not surprised.
That means Negrophobia has rooted back his root there. Who have knowledge about this, brother me, believe me, not even me will go to help me. Because he knows very deeply that that person is not all of those who talk. He know who is talking about and know who you talk about. Our organizations, I'm totally like I'm thinking because yes, we have, and the different of other organizations, we have a manifesto. If Marx have wrote the manifesto del Partido Comunista, nosotros también tenemos nuestro manifesto. Y no es exclusivo, inclusivo. Espero que tú no tienes muchas preguntas.
¿Muchas qué?
Preguntas.
No.
Okay?
I know you have to go.
Okay.
Don't worry. I will keep talking about this a lot. But thanks for your time. It's been very interesting.
Yes, you asked me that you want to interview me about the migrations thing, and I will be honest with you. I didn't tell to you. I know this. A lot of persons that contacted me, interviewed me. They have projects. I know that. But I hope that your project will help you to succeed in it and notify this conversation. And what I'm concluding saying, now you say the multipolarity of the order of the world is going to be concretized, to be concrete. In this era, the Pan-Africans are going to play a big role. We're in struggle from inside dictatorship, oligarchy, oppression, those who are for the Western imperialism. But believe me, my generation, they are very deeply convinced and awake that they are the majority and they are taking not anymore time to take all the power in Africa. Believe me. That's why I'm not just to see about what I got in Africa. They don't want to tell you about it. Okay? And from here 10 years, very, 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 very leaders, me like Karim, you will see in Africa. We will hope like to work a generation of your, that honest generation, to work in a in a mutual respected world. And when your generation, I am totally Western white generation. Even if you are in Latin America, you cannot deny that even there is discrimination. There is no. In South Africa, in South America, Brazil, Colombia, in every place. But it's different than this. Very, very, very different. And you know knowledgeable about that. We would like one day that the Argentinians will come in Africa, they will find themselves like humans, how they remember today that the Africans, and have faith in this new generation. But what I'm effectively wanting to say you, that whom like effectively influencing the change, what is happening now, are not the Russians, are not the Chinese. Yes, Chinese are the leaders, but not are they, we the Africans. We the Pan-Africans, we're telling them in the front of the world that all those principles have been set, had to change. And with the world, you say, even in Africa is something going down. Things are changing, presidents and coup d'etat is going and happening. And no longer time, or Europe will try to invade again Africa, or Africa will be free. This is only two choices, not three. There is no anymore the third option. Well, Africa will be hybridly dominated by the West, not anymore. When me and you we are old people, I will hope that our sons and great sons will live in a society whereas people are respected. Doesn't matter about their color or their ideas, but their
I
value.
really hope that. I hope the same also for